Hello my dear students, here's again your computer Wunsam, and today I will show you how to use the opposite of the outputs which we are using by having these white lines, namely the inputs. You know, if you run this program, it will just show this hello mono world. This means that the output will be just hello mono world. However, most of the computer programs don't work like this. They work based on the user input. So for instance, if someone uses the computer, then they want to write down something which they need. So to get the user input, we at first need a variable to assign our user input to it. We call it string user input. Okay. This can be empty for the moment because we are assigning the user input exactly at the beginning already. What we need to do now is console dot, now the opposite of white line, read line. And now what we can do is use the user input and create something with it. Your name is double point and then plus user input. At first we also can write down console.writeLine. Please enter your username. Please enter your username. Your username is user input. Now let's run it. Okay, we see there's a little problem. I forgot the semicolon at the end, but now you can see here it is written, please enter your username. Then the second line here is empty. I can say Steve, and if I press enter, you will see here is your username is Steve. Every input just works like this. It's quite simple. We only need something that can read any line we have here. We have many possibilities to create these lines, and we also have the possibility to do something more with this. We can technically write down the next one, the next line, like age, and then let's write down console WriteLine. Please enter your age, and then console age equals console.readLine. It won't be working because the console is lowercase. And now we just write down here in the final console WriteLine and your age is and plus age. So let's see if it works. Run. Oh, again I forgot the semicolon. Please enter your username. My username is 14. Please enter your age. My age is Steve. So your username is 14 and your age is Steve. As you can see, it can be used like this. There are some restrictions where you can only use some numbers for the age. However, for the moment we'll keep it like this. To make sure that you only can input numbers here, we can technically, however, convert our age into the specific type here. So what we need to do is, let's end this here, and then let's put an int to age. So now the age is the int type. Now if I use it now, it won't be running correctly, because you cannot implicitly convert type string to int. What we need to do is again to typecast. So we need to convert our age from string to int. So to int 32. Int 32 is the integer type. The integer type has 32 bits, that's why it's called int 32. And now let's run it. Please enter your username, Steve. Please enter your age. Now if I write anything down, I'm getting an exception, like say Steve again. Here is the problem, unhandled exception. input string was not in a correct format. This means that the input string could not have been read by the computer program because it expects an integer, so it expects a numerical value, but I gave it a string again named Steve. So let's try it again. Please enter your username, Alan. Please enter your age. Now I write 785. Your name is Alan and your age is 785. Technically it would look a little bit better if you use a space here, but the point is that we are using this program to create simple forms usable for any computer program. Here we have Koyoyoyo and then age 8. Your username is Koyoyoyo and your age is 8. Simple as that. However, you also can connect some of these inputs and outputs for your own gains, because that's how programming works. We are combining now one thing we have learned before, namely while loops and user inputs, but therefore we have to delete everything of this. Now let's go to the second part. We are making a simple questionnaire system by using some things we are going to need. At first we need a question, so let's start with the question, which is a string question. Then we need a correct answer and a given answer. So these are the things we are going to use, and then we are again using the same commands which we have used before. So string question, correct answer, given answer. At first we assign the question equals which animal has four hooves and gives milk? Question mark. Don't forget the semicolon. Then we say the correct answer equals cow. Now we have the correct answer. Now how do we get the given answer? For the moment we need to make sure that the given answer isn't empty, but in this moment it is no problem. However, we do it by using a while loop. So we are using this while loop to make sure that as soon as the correct answer is given, it gets out of the while loop. And if it isn't given, then it shouldn't get out of the while loop. So we have while, open brackets, and then give the other brackets too. At first we have to make sure that the answer isn't the same as the correct answer. Correct answer is not equal to given answer. So this exclamation mark is always the symbol for not. And the equal sign just means that these are equal. So if these are equal, then it should enter the loop in this case. However, we are saying it is not equal. We have correct answer is not equal to given answer. Then please console.writeLine question. This repeats the question again until the correct answer has been given. So then let's see for the second part, console.readLine. However, we missing out the variable declaration. In this case, we are saying given answer. No, wait a second. Let's see what happens if we run it through without writing console.readLine. Use of unassigned local variable given answer. For this case, we need to give it a value. We can give it an empty value for the moment. Now press 1. Now it goes on indefinitely because it has always the loop and it always starts the loop, but it never ends it. And therefore we need to console readLine. In all technicality, if we write it like this, it's the same case like before. However, we only need to press enter for every time when it is written. In this case, however, we need to make sure that the given answer is changed. Equals console.readline. And then, just for aesthetic value, we give it a final output of console.writeline. Correct answer. You won. So, let's see what happens. We press 1. Which animal has 4 hooves and gives milk? Goat? Nope. Cheese? Neither. Michael? Nope. So none of these have 4 hooves and give milk. You can see a goat would be technically correct, however we assign only 1 correct answer and we need to write down the correct answer here. Here we have cow. Again, this is wrong because the programming language is type sensitive. This means cow isn't the same as cow. Now, if I now press enter, you can see that correct answer you won. And as soon as I want to write down anything, -2 add stuff not found. Again, let's try it again. Which animal has 4 hooves and gives milk? Cow. Correct answer, you won. Most of the riddles you encounter in your computers are built like this. They are built simply just by having 1 correct answer and some question in it. And you can even use other variable types to give a specific answer. Again, we try it with int. And now we need again to convert the correct answer and to convert the given answer. Let's say 56. Then we can say the question, what is 7 times 8? This is obviously 56. And the last thing we are going to need is again a conversion from string to integer. So we need to convert to int 32 and close the brackets and then press 1. You cannot implicitly convert type string to int. Oh, I see. We need to get rid of the assignment. And again, it will be creating a new error because use of unassigned local variable given answer. At first, again, we need to give it a value of 0. Now, let's see what happens. What is 7 times 8? 25. No. 14. No. Flash. And don't be scared what happens now, because you're getting a so-called exception. The input string was not in a correct format at system number. This is something which happens most of the time if you're programming for the first or second times, because the type is different from the original type which is necessary. You cannot compare a string with an int most of the times. You need some sort of conversion. And this is the same case. It cannot identify the string because it says you need to convert it to int. So let's try it again. 1. 14. No. 56. Correct answer, you won. As you can see, it works quite simple like this. And you can create some of the most amazing programs by just using some simple inputs. I can't wait to see what you are going to create with our input systems. And also, I'm glad to see you here at my little tutorial. Let's see what happens after this. Your Computer Wonsam.